A common situation in newborn is the red magenta hands. I want to show you one way you can deal with this. We will use channel mixers, and you need to understand or remember how the color works. The opposite of the magenta is the green, the opposite of the cyan is the red, and the opposite of the yellow is the blue. This will help you to understand a few things. In this case, we do have magenta. If we want to mute this, we need to add green. The thing is, with different techniques, if we add green to the magenta, we will end up in gray. So we will need to find a balance for not ending in gray and something closer to the skin tone. So we will need to kind of play around a little bit. I will do anything in here so we can create a really basic and quick layer mask, like anything. I will invert this and I will create a quick layer mask for you. Something like this is amazing, beautiful, perfect. Really detailed. Please do it better. Let me reset this, and I want to do one more thing because I only want to change the colors. I don't want to modify the luminosity, at least not for now. So let me change this blend mode from normal to color. Okay, now we can start working. Using the channel mixer, I will go to the green output channel because we want to add or increase the green in the hands for mute the magenta. The question now is where we want to increase the greens. Well, in this case, let's start working with the reds, which is kind of the main color in here. So let's start adding some red. Now, as you can see, the color shift, but it looks kind of weird. If I move like very little, the color looks kind of better. So we need to be very subtle. Let me increase a little more and let me decrease in the blues. And why do I am playing with the blues? Because if we take a look to these different channels, we can say that the blue channel is kind of more focused. The whites in the blue channel is kind of more focused on the light. So this will help us to compensate the saturation overall, the highlights and the shadows. So let's come back to here and let's increase a little bit more the greens in the reds. And now let's compensate moving this in the blues. Let me also increase few points on the greens to kind of compensate these two. And let's go a little lower with this. Let me see a quick before and after to see if we are doing it like correctly. At first sight, I can say we are getting closer. If we see the hands and the face are getting closer. And this is the before and this is the after. It's only one layer and we only play for a few seconds. But I would want to kind of also compensate the reds that I now have in the hands. For this, I will create a new channel mixer. So we will be able to have more control. I will copy and paste this layer mask, pressing Alt, click, then I will drag and drop. So we repeat the layer mask. In this case, I will go to the reds because I want to change the reds in the reds. Let me move this very slightly and let me add reds overall and let me remove reds from the reds. As you can see, everything is like more grayish or less saturated. It's subtle, really subtle. Let's increase just a little bit the greens in the reds and the blues in the reds, just a little bit. I don't like it, to be honest. Let's go back and let's see if we just add some blue and add some cyan, or remove some red, right? Remember, this is removing over reds. Do you see the difference between this removing reds layer, the before and after? It's a lot. I went too far. We need to bring this a little, dimmer this a little bit. It's too much. But we are going in a good direction. So let me add red in the different channels so we kind of compensate it. Let's add just a little bit of magenta overall. And let me add some portion of yellows. By the way, I'm comparing with this part, right? The mask is really awful. As you can see here, I missed some fingers. We should kind of be more gentle with the mask. It's really bad, but I didn't want to make you lost time like with a mask. But if we mask correctly, as you can see, the work looks better. Like basics, right? Learn how to do a mask, Matute. So this is kind of all I want to show you about this. I don't want to go very in deep or very in the technical stuff behind the channel mixers, but as you can see, only with one layer, we reach a really good point. This is the only one layer in color blend mode. Then I added this second one because I wanted to kind of increase a little more the color and be closer to the other colors. But with this, we are way better than in here, right? And then you will find the precise exact point where you want to leave the colors. Maybe you don't want 100% match, or maybe you do, but you will know better. Okay, for this, I think this is all. So see you in the next video. Bye bye and thank you.